Well, welcome to Extra Point on Southwestern Montana News. Our program today brought to you by Best of the West Properties, Dream Motors, 82 Coffee Company, Susan McRae Accounting, the Montana Western Bookstore, and Dennis Scherg of Edward Jones. Our guests today, Bulldog football players Jake Humphrey and Eli Nourse. And before we talk to the boys, let's recap what happened. The sixth-ranked Bulldogs, although not sixth-ranked anymore. What'd you do? Move up to
Number four?
Yeah, 4. Routed Arizona Christian 69-7. Now 6-1 overall, 4-1 in the Frontier, and still undefeated at Bulldog Stadium. And a whole bunch of offensive records set, including Eli breaking the single game record for touchdown receptions with 4. Jake rushed for 134 yards and a touchdown. And I don't know if you guys follow numbers that much, but both of you guys are real close to that 1,000 yard, which is a pretty prestigious mark in football. So, okay, I'm not going to embarrass you too much with that one. Okay, first up, Jake Humphrey, and like all first-time guests, we need to get the Jake scouting report. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, hometown.
Walla Walla, Washington.
Okay, sports in high school other than football.
Wrestled and ran a little bit of track.
Okay, sprints in track.
100 and the 200 meter.
Okay. And what drew you to Montana Western and Dylan? Although I think I know the answer, but I'm going to let you tell me.
Well, my dad and mom are former alumni, so that was one big reason. And then on my recruiting visit, this Coach Nourse just treated me like family. He knew who I was, and it was just good to see that and have that, And it was a good energy, all the coaches, too.
Well,
it was really a place I wanted to be.
Yeah. And your dad just went in the Hall of Fame last year. Your mom went in the Hall of Fame a few years ago as part of that 98 volleyball team that won the Frontier Conference tournament and regular season champion. So you could say you got kind of a Hall of Fame roots there somewhere.
Yeah.
So what are you majoring in?
Business.
Okay, what do you want to do when you grow up and graduate?
Hopefully own a small business, something like that, or maybe just join along with my pops and, just work.
What's your? I know your dad's with your Uncle Brant. What business do they have?
They're home inspectors.
Okay, and what kind of does that entail? Make sure that
they just check, make sure that everything's all right with the house, that doesn't have any issues, and whoever's owning it can sell it at the right price, or just off the lines of that. Okay.
I got a football question for you. Do you have any pregame ritual that you do? Do you have any superstitions? Wear the same socks? Wear a certain T-shirt underneath?
I'm not really too superstitious. I just kind of go out there and play.
But how about a pregame ritual? Do you have like a set meal that you eat, or just whatever's there?
Sometimes I'm just too nervous to eat in the morning, so I kind of try to stay away from eating too much. But yeah, maybe just put in like some earbuds or something, listen to music. But
what's your favorite kind of music to listen to?
It really depends. I like it all.
Okay. Nothing set. Okay, so your dad was very nervous at games. He used to have trouble keeping his lunch or breakfast in. Is that you, or is that your brother? I heard one of you guys kind of adopted that.
Yeah, I think it was my dad too. I just get so nervous. I'm just so excited to play. Yeah, I just can't hold anything down.
Okay. Well, so you didn't get a chance, to play at Vigilante Field as a Bulldog. How about the experience of playing at that brand new stadium?
Well, actually, I played a little bit last year, so I did.
Okay, right. Yeah, I keep forgetting you're a sophomore.
It's a huge difference. People have to adjust to the Vig and play in the mud and all that stuff. So, I do miss that. I loved trying to, have people come and play on it, but the new turf's awesome. Like, all the old dogs will tell you they've been waiting for that for years, and I'm just glad that I get to be a part of that and have such a good team to be around.
Well, history. You guys made history the first time you stepped on that field for a football game. Now, is it true Vigilante kind of sloped off down on the? It was higher in the middle than it was on the sidelines, or is that just say an old wives' tale?
It might be, but yeah, teams definitely had to adjust to everything the Vidge had to offer.
So the first game they ever had there, it was a dark, rainy afternoon, and it got so dark that they didn't have lights there. You know how they did it? Now, you have to picture Vigilante without all those houses and stuff around it. You know how they lit the field up to finish the game?
No.
They pulled cars up and everybody turned their lights on.
Oh.
And the game was
That'd be
played
cool.
in the rain and in the mud, so it got a good, and you'll like this too. That first game, they beat Tech for the
Perfect.
first victory. Yeah, yeah. So what do you think about the season so far?
I think that we really believe in one another, and Coach Nourse and Coach Heff and Want, they're all going to lead us in a good direction. So, yeah, no, I think we're going to be tough to beat down the road here.
Well, and congratulations too. You got National Player of the Week honors a couple of weeks ago. Had a tremendous game against Rocky. I think it was 214 yards rushing,
Yep.
and 5 teeters.
Yeah.
And you got to thank that offense in front of you. Those boys up front, they make things happen. You can't get through the line if they're not doing their job.
Oh, no, I just gave them 24 donuts yesterday, so hope they start blocking.
Each 24 donuts each, or for everybody?
No, everybody.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
No, those guys deserved it. So.
Yeah. Well, you see in the NFL and stuff, the running backs giving their up front guys Rolexes. You're not there yet, are you?
Oh, no, those guys are pretty upset they didn't get the rollies, but the donuts will do.
Okay, Jake. Well, I want to thank you for stopping in, visiting with us. Good luck in Havre against Northern, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks against the Saints of Carroll.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to take a break on Extra Point on Southwestern Montana News and bring Eli Nourse in, and we'll do that right after this.
Dream Motors is helping to fight scary high car prices with our selection of pre-owned vehicles. Head on down to 449 North Montana Street in Dillon, Montana, and pick out your new pre-owned ride. Don't forget Trunk or Treat will be happening October 26th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Back to Extra Point on Southwestern Montana News, and up next, Eli Nourse. And I'm not sure if we did this. You've been here before, but I'm not sure if we did this or not, so we're going to do it again anyway, okay? The Eli Nourse Scouting Report, okay? Hometown.
Dillon, Montana.
Okay, and other than football, what did you do at BCHS?
Basketball and track.
Okay. So favorite of all those? Because I know you had fun at all of them.
I liked football the best, obviously, but I liked basketball other than practice. Practice was hard, but I liked hanging out with all my friends, and I really liked Coach T.
Okay.
Games were super fun and electric.
Yeah, you were in the last group of Terry coach
Yeah.
teams, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. What drew you to Montana Western? And you know, the fact that your dad was a coach may have been one thing, but you probably had other reasons for coming to I call it WMC. That shows you how old I am. That's when I went to school there. It was WMC. But what drew you to Montana Western?
I would say the culture. The guys were always super nice to me growing up, and I'd been around it for so long that I kind of knew what I was going to get if I came here. And then I just, I don't know, like my dad obviously had a huge effect on it. He never like pushed me to come here or anything, but like I just knew like if I wanted to go anywhere in the Frontier, it would definitely be Western, and all the guys were so nice to me and such cool dudes. And then I would come on like my visits and stuff, and everyone was super cool, and all the coaches were super awesome. And then we have a really good offense, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go play receiver, so I want to go somewhere where like we throw the ball and we are electric. So that was probably my main reason, was just the offense and how good we were, and Michael.
Well, the electric part, that's a pretty good description of both sides of the ball for the
Yeah.
Bulldogs, including special teams, and that's another place you're a punt returner. You don't always see first teamers doing special teams, but on the good teams you do.
Yeah.
And so what attracts you to punt return?
I never punt returned in high school because honestly it's a little bit scary back there, but last year I was the backup punt returner for like the first 7 games, and then I got a shot against Northern, and then I took one back, and it was like, okay, like this is pretty fun. Like, but it is a little nerve-wracking back there, especially when the punter hangs the ball up there for a while, and you don't really know if you have time to return. You don't know if you have time to, make a move, so I just throw up a fair catch. But I don't know, it's a little nerve-wracking back there, that's for sure. But I like it, it's fun.
And that was the case against Arizona Christian. They had a lot of inexperience on both sides of the ball, but their punter,
Oh, he was
he
good,
had some
yeah.
big-time hang time on his kicks.
Yeah, and then the one he did give me, they called me for a fair catch on, but I didn't really think I waved a hand or anything.
We
but
said the same thing. We didn't see it at all. So yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
But we won't say anything about the officiating, okay?
No.
We'll just be quiet. We'll just be quiet. One thing, that you are faced with that none of your teammates are is you're playing for your dad. And that's got to present some interesting challenges. But you guys seem to have come up with a good game plan for that.
Yeah, I mean, we have good chemistry. I mean, obviously it's my dad, and I guess maybe I get away with some more stuff than everybody else, but I don't know. He treats me just like any other player on the field, and outside of football and practice, I mean, we're not talking about football. We're just talking about life, class, how I'm doing. But yeah, we keep it pretty professional, I feel like, and sometimes it's like a little weird, but I like the way he treats me. I mean, he doesn't treat me like I'm his son. He treats me just like another player, which is nice.
Well, I called your dad's games on the radio 100 years ago. And I want you to know that, calling the games now on the Bulldog Sports Network, I happen to have given your dad a couple of your catches.
Have you?
Yes, just, I think it was the first game and the second game, I said Ryan Nourse, and my color guy said no, Eli Nourse. So I actually got your dad in a couple of reps in games. So with the expansion of the Bulldog track program, and I should have asked Jake this too, is there any thoughts of maybe adding track to your resume? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you guys can do that. If you can do a couple of sports with the how busy your schedule is, both spring football and regular football. But has that ever entered your mind? Because I know you were a good sprinter in high school.
Yeah, I would maybe run indoor track in the winter because we have spring ball and stuff, and I kind of like having the spring and summer to myself. But I've talked to my dad and a few of my friends about maybe running like the 60-meter indoor and just doing that for a little while. But I don't know. It's still up in the air. I
Just
haven't
one
really
of those things.
thought about it too much. But I think it would be fun, and I would like to maybe run the 4x1 with a few of the football players too. I think that would be pretty fun.
Well, you've got some fast guys, including Jake over there, that
Yeah.
would probably make a pretty good relay team.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. We were like, hey, maybe we could put together a few football guys and try to win the relay. But those guys are pretty fast, so.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay. Just I've been thinking about that and wanted to ask you that. So, okay, let's get back to your Western. What are you majoring in?
Kinesiology.
Okay, physical therapy?
No, I think I want to try to go to chiropractic school when I'm done with football, but I'm still up in the air on whether or not I want to do that. Next block, I have all my hard kinesiology classes. I take my easy classes in the fall. So spring, I have like anatomy, exercise physiology, and all my stuff. So I'll see how much I enjoy that and see if that's where I want to take my career. And then coaching's always up in the air. I don't know yet for sure on that. I'll wait till I finish my career to see if that's what I want to do. But I do want to get my kinesiology degree. So if I do want to go to chiropractic school, that would be.
Have you looked at any schools, or are you going to wait maybe till you find out when everything's done, when you walk
Yeah.
across the stage with that diploma?
I'll definitely start looking here soon. I haven't really looked right now. Right now I'm pretty focused on football and class, and I haven't really thought too much into where I'd want to go to school. But I'm hoping somewhere warm. So.
Well, you've been in this nice Montana weather for a
I know.
while. Yeah. Okay, one more thing I got to ask you, and I asked Jake the same thing. Do you have any pregame ritual? Do you have any superstitions or anything like that?
No, not really. I always take a NyQuil the night before a game, if that counts as a superstition, but I don't know. I don't really have one. I just like to go out there and play. I'm pretty focused on the game, so I don't really need anything to like lock me in or anything. I like to listen to music.
Okay, what genre of music do you like to listen to? Or you like Jake? Just whatever strikes your fancy.
Just whatever I'm feeling that day. It can be anything, yeah.
Okay. Well, Eli, thanks for stopping in out of your schedule. You got classes and practice and probably getting ready for that fun road trip to Havre. So,
Oh, yeah.
but thanks for stopping in. And as I said to Jake, good luck in Havre, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks when Carroll comes to town. Then that could prove to be a big time game.
Oh yeah, that'll be exciting. We're excited for that one.
Okay. Well, thanks, Eli. Eli Nourse, Jake Humphrey. Thanks for stopping in and being our guest on Extra Point on Southwestern Montana News. And our, excuse me, our program today brought to you by Best of the West Properties, Dream Motors, 82 Coffee Company, Susan McRae Accounting, the Montana Western Bookstore, and Dennis Scherg of Edward Jones. We'll see you next time on Extra Point on Southwest Montana News.